Good morning, everyone. Today's August 7th. It is Friday, our rewards plan Friday. It is the day we get paid, one of the 5 times we get paid every month. And Kyle is going to go right into our rewards plan. So I'm just going to hand it over to you, Kyle.
Hi, good morning. I was gagging on my water this morning. I'm sorry. I was joking. Hey, you know what's exciting about this particular Friday with like commissions and everything?
No, tell us.
That I get my very first retail commission paid today.
I'm proud of you.
I know, and thank you for that. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here as always. Well, let's get into it, guys. It is Friday, August 7th, as Christy just told us. And on Fridays, as you guys know, and if you're brand new, welcome. We talk about the rewards plan. And normally I do it in a very, systematic way. It's very consistent. I do the exact same thing every single Friday, where I just talk about the compensation plan because without visuals and without, all sorts of things, with the intent and the goal of helping you understand the verbiage used to help explain the compensation plan when you're in a conversation. Now, one of the things that I would say is very true is that most of the time then when we're just having a conversation with somebody and we're sharing NAVAN and we're talking about our business, we give them the highlights and we talk about specific things, I guess you can say, and it might not be appropriate or the right time, or it doesn't necessarily fit where you're going to be, giving them a video and making them watch how the comp plan works right now, or, pulling out the PDF and, having them look at it. You're just going to give them the highlights and kind of talk about it. So the intent of this call was to teach everybody the things that I say, that we say, like, when we design the deal, just the verbiage more or less. So that's really what today is about. But today I might go into some things that, a little bit different. So if you're brand new, well, you're walking into something a little bit different. But for the most part, guys, we're still going to talk about the compensation plan. And I'm going to give you the highlights, but I'm going to spend a little more time in a few different areas today, I think. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. But with that being said, one of the coolest things, in my opinion, and quite frankly, it might be the most respectable piece of this compensation plan, is the fact that NAVAN pays in 4 different ways, and only 4 ways, but 4 ways that every single person has the ability to be paid on the day they get started. Now, obviously, it's not like we're going to, send you a paycheck today, but my point here is that all 4 ways, all 4 categories of NAVAN's rewards plan are achievable day one. So there's 4 different ways we get paid. We have our customer acquisition bonuses. We have our retail, our retail customer sales. We have our monthly team commissions, and we have our rank advancement bonuses. So just real quick, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Talking about retail sales, right? Retail sales are sales that we get from people that do not want to become a member of NAVAN. They're willing to pay the full price of the products. They just want to go to your website. They just want to purchase a product. Boom, no big deal. Simple, right? Somebody goes to Neil and says, hey, I want to try that detox that you always talk to me about. And Neil says, here's the website. Go and order it. Well, we are paid a 20% commission of the actual cost of the product. So if somebody goes to your website and they spend $100 worth of product, they buy $100 worth of product, you are paid a 20% commission, which is $20, right? Very simple. Now, it doesn't matter how big that order is. It could be $1,000. Well, you're going to make 20% commissions paid on your next weekly commission check, which is next Friday. Very simple. And it's always next Friday. It really doesn't matter what day it is. Next Friday, you're going to be paid one of your weekly check. Now, providing you have retail customer sales or the next way we get paid, which is our customer acquisition bonuses. Now, customer acquisition bonuses are the commissions that are paid on new members joining your business. So when you're talking to somebody and they want to get started with the business, or they just want to become a member so they get wholesale pricing, great. They purchase one of our packs. Right? We have a bunch of different packs, but the main categories, we have a $9.99 pack, a $4.99 pack, and a $2.99 pack. Sometimes we have promotional $1.99 packs. They're not here forever. Sometimes we have them, sometimes we don't. But you're paid a customer acquisition bonus on that membership pack when that person gets started. So it just varies on whatever pack. So if they got a $9.99, you are paid a $250 cab. It's customer acquisition bonus, right? That's for short. If they get started on a $4.99 membership pack, you are paid a $125 cab. And if they get started on a $2.99 membership pack, you are paid a $75 cab. Now, here's what's cool. And that's great money. Again, this is paid next Friday, right, on your weekly commission check. But here's what's really cool. If you enroll 2 or more people in a pay period, now a pay period, guys, is Monday morning, so midnight, right, 12 a.m. Monday morning until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So Monday to Sunday, 12 a.m. Monday to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. If you enroll 2 or more people, we will double the customer acquisition bonuses on the $4.99 and the $9.99 membership packs. Now, there's no limit to this, and it's any combination of 2 or more enrollments. So if you have somebody that gets started on a $2.99 package, and the next day, or that same day, or whenever, during that same exact pay week, somebody gets started on a $4.99, well, instead of making a $125 cab on the $4.99 membership, you're going to make a $250 cab. Or let's just say you had a $2.99 get started with you and a $9.99, right? Well, instead of making a $250 cab on the $9.99, you're going to make a $500 cab. There's no limit to this. Again, guys, that is phenomenal money. I've never seen anything like that in almost 11 years of doing this, ever. No limit. Again, so somebody could get started today, and if they're a rock star, they went out and had 10 people join them this pay period on $9.99 packs, guess what? Next Friday, they would have a check for $5,000. That is not an income claim, that is a fact. It is phenomenal what you can do with your customer acquisition bonuses. So again, these are paid on your weekly commission checks, which are every Friday, right? Next Friday is how that works. So those are the 2 portions of the compensation plan, or the 2 categories, I should say, that pay you weekly. Now, the other couple things here, we have 2 more ways we get paid. We have our monthly team commissions, and we have our rank advancement bonuses. Now, these ones are paid monthly, right? These are paid on or before the 10th for the previous month. So this is the month of August. Everything we do in the month of August will pay us on or before the 10th of September, right? On our monthly commission check. Just so that's clear. And we can always clear that up if you need more clarification or something. Just get back with, your sponsor if you're brand new or something like that, and we'll help you out. But so monthly team commissions and your rank advancement bonuses are paid on that monthly check. Now, our monthly team commissions is where I want to spend a little bit of time today. It's extremely simple. It's extremely simple. And it's made to be that way. See, here at NAVAN, guys, we're not a binary compensation plan. We're not a unilevel compensation plan. We're not a force matrix. We are something totally different. If we needed to get technical, I always make jokes about what kind of compensation plan we are. I'll tell people we're make a lot of money in area where, that's like my joke there, there technically really isn't a name, but if we wanted to get kind of technical, Trey will say that we are a group organizational volume comp plan. Now, what does that mean? Guys, this is where I want to spend time today. What does that mean? So we build 3 teams of people here. Now, 3 teams. Some of you came from binary compensation plans where you build 2 teams, right? You build a left team and a right team. Some of you came from unilevel teams or compensation plans where you could build 100 teams. You could build as many teams as you wanted wide on that front line. NAVAN, we build 3 teams. And we do that very, very strategically, I guess you could say. It's designed that way for a reason. It's designed in 3s for a lot of reasons, because it combines all of the best aspects from every type compensation plan you can imagine. You can build with the speed of a binary, but with the security and the stability of a unilevel. We build in 3s because it models a very, very quick and stable plan like a force matrix will do. but without the limiting factors that all these other compensation plans contain. See, building 3 teams, guys, at NAVAN, we build to unlimited depths. It doesn't matter how big it gets. It doesn't matter how far it goes down. It doesn't matter how many levels there are. It doesn't matter if you personally did it or it fell into your organization. See, because here's what you have to understand. Is the company has 3 teams. And it builds in depth underneath those 3 teams. Every single person here has 3 teams. 3 teams, 3 teams, 3 teams. So your sponsor, you're in one of their 3 teams. And that person is in his sponsor or her sponsor's one of their 3 teams. From the top down. Now hear me out here. When I say it doesn't matter where it comes from, whatever happens in your organization, if there's only 3 teams, and Neil only has 3 teams, I'm going to use Neil as an example. And those 3 spots that started his 3 teams, they're already filled, and those 3 teams are growing. Now, if Neil enrolls somebody, the system is designed to place that person. Hear me out here. The system is designed to place that person from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right, in the first available position that's open. And it's designed that way so from the top down, all the little holes can start to be filled, building out this perfect tree of 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. And I know I'm going to lose some of you, and I know this is going to be complicated. I know some of you are following me exactly, like, to the T. You're getting exactly what I'm saying. But it's designed so that, you know, we get this thing established. Neil's a great example. You know, he has this business established. There's 3 teams, and now Neil goes, okay, well, I've got John. He's ready to get going. And Neil enrolls him. The system is going to say, where's the first spot that I can plug him into that is as close as possible from the top to the bottom and left to the right? And it's going to try and fill that hole, ultimately giving you a seamless organization, a seamless, stable organization. Now, the system isn't designed to place people where you need it. It's not designed to place it, you know, in this leg because the other leg is bigger than the other. Nope. The system is designed to fill out a perfect tree over time. Some may argue, well, it needs to go here. It needs to go there. No, the system is designed to build a perfectly filled tree so that you have an absolutely stable business. Now, how does this work? How are we paid our monthly team commissions? You guys will hear me say, the volume of the organization is what creates the rank is what guarantees the pay. Exactly. The volume of your entire organization, no matter how it got there, 100% of the ways the volume got there, right? From new people getting started on membership packs to your personal orders, excuse me, to your auto ships, to your retail customer sales, whether it's from you, whether it's from somebody that maybe fell into your organization. Like if Neil sponsored somebody and it happened to fall into your organization, right? You had nothing to do with that person and the people that they bring. It doesn't matter. It all counts. It all contributes. Every single piece of it. And it all contributes exactly the same for every single person that it's underneath. So it doesn't matter if you put it there or if Neil put it there. It benefits you exactly the same. And it benefits every single person in that line exactly the same. It all contributes. So at the end of the month, you know, the total volume of your entire organization, not limited by where it came from or how many levels down it is the volume of your organization. And that is what contributes to your rank. That is what makes your rank happen. Right? Ranks here aren't determined by how many other people you get to this promotion or that promotion. It's based on volume and your personal enrollments. Very simple. Volume creates rank, rank creates your pay, guarantees your pay. Now, the beautiful thing about your monthly team commissions, guys, is they are set in stone. What do I mean by that? There's no more guessing. You know exactly how much you're going to be paid based upon the rank that you are. So you know that if you are a director in our compensation plan, you will make $250 a month residually. Residually meaning it comes every single month, month after month after month after month after month, that you are a qualified director. Well, you know that if you're an emerald, right, you will make an $8,000 monthly commission check or residual check. You know that if you're a diamond, it's $15,000. You know that if you're a sapphire, it's $1,700. It's set in stone. Now, the beautiful part about this is, on average, guys, this is double or triple what other compensation plans pay. I'm yet to see somebody that actually pays more when it comes to residual. I'm yet to see it. I am absolutely yet to see it. It's funny because I'll get in conversations with people that are like, well, my binary pays me 20%. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So you have two teams. Well, yes. And you're paid 20% of your smaller team. Yes. So really you're paid 10% of the two teams with the same amount of volume. Well, I guess so. And then they realize they're actually not making very much money at all. On double the amount of volume, they're making half the percentage, which again comes down to about half of about half of what we end up paying. Guys, it's crazy, and people will think there's loopholes, and people will think there's gotchas and all sorts of things in our comp plan, and there's not. This comp plan was designed without gotchas. Now, here we go. Let's talk about the qualifications of these ranks, though. Right? What does it take to actually achieve these ranks besides the volume? Of course, there has to be more. Of course, right? So first and foremost, you have to be active, meaning you have to have a personal order, an auto ship, or you could make up that number with retail sales, right? You can have retail sales come in and that makes you active. If you have not placed an order, hear me. If you have not placed an order in the previous 5 weeks, okay, and you have a retail sale come in, the retail sale, the first 100 of the volume associated with that retail sale is going to go to make you active. You do not have a choice. The system is coded. Well, it says, oh my gosh, Neil hasn't placed an order in the previous 5 weeks and he's got retail. We're going to make him active so that he doesn't miss out on a monthly team commission check or a rank advancement bonus. So it's going to take the first 100 in volume from that retail sale and make Neil active if he hadn't placed an order within the previous 5 weeks. Now, if Neil had placed an order 2 weeks ago, guess what? Boom, he just makes his 20% commission. Bam. But if he hadn't, let's just say Neil has, 200 in volume associated with this retail sale, but he hadn't placed an order within the previous 5 weeks, that first 100 in volume associated with that order is going to make him active. Then he's going to be paid 20% on the remaining volume associated with that retail sale. Now, granted, guys, he is paid 20% of the actual cost of the product, but there is a volume amount associated with that retail order, right? Just so we're clear, because I know somebody's going to ask me, well, I don't understand. I thought we were paid on the dollar amount. You are paid on the dollar amount of the product, but the first 100 of the volume associated with the retail is what's going to make him active. So there you have that. So being active is a big one, right? So it's between 100 in personal volume or 200 once you get into the higher ranks. So it's 100 in personal volume to be active from manager to sapphire, and it's 200 to be active from ruby to presidential diamond. Just so you guys know, 200. It bumps up a little bit. Again, personal order, auto ship, or retail sales can make up that order. Boom. The next qualification is your personally active enrolled members. So what does that mean? That means people that have actually joined you to become a NAVAN member. They've purchased one of our packs. Well, it goes between 2 and 6. So 2 people, you can become a manager and start earning a monthly paycheck. Now it's 2 people all the way up to sapphire. So you can get all the way up to $1,700 a month by only enrolling 2 personal people. 2 people joined you. Now from there it goes up. Ruby, emerald, diamond only takes 3 personally enrolled people. Double diamond, all the way to royal black diamond, 4 people. Then it jumps up to 6 people. From crown blue to presidential diamond, it takes 6 people, 6 personally enrolled people. Okay, so if you're active and then you have The personally enrolled people, boom, check one box, check the next box. Now it's volume. Now you have to have the volume. I already told you about how the volume gets there, whether you personally enroll it, whether it's placed in your organization, and I'll talk about that in a moment, or it fell into your organization. Doesn't matter if it's an auto ship, it doesn't matter if it's a retail sale, it doesn't matter if it's personal, a brand new member getting started, it doesn't matter. You have to have the volume. Again, the volume is what creates the rank is what guarantees the pay. Now the next thing, this is where we're gonna spend a little time this morning. And I apologize for the length of this call. This call is gonna go longer this morning, guys. We will probably not be done in the next 7 minutes. So if you do need to hop on Rise, that's fine. You can jump off, you can bail over there. It's totally cool. That starts in 7 minutes. But the next column of our compensation plan, guys, says max percentage from one leg. Now I want you to forget that max percentage from one leg exists on our comp plan, because all it does is confuse people. All it does is make people scratch their heads. All it does is make people become mathematicians. Forget that column exists, because the next column over says maximum OV from one leg, maximum organizational volume from one leg. That number right there is the percentage. Now, guys, we have to legally put the percentage on there. I wish we could just have the actual number there. If you look at our compensation plan, you will see that it says maximum OV from one leg. We give you that number. You're not having to figure anything out. Let me get some water here, guys. We give you the maximum amount you can have in one leg contributing towards your rank. Now, one leg. That doesn't mean only one leg. You could take this much from each leg. Doesn't matter which leg. Doesn't matter if it's the middle leg, the right leg, the left leg. Now, guys, just so you know, we associate leg 1, leg 2, leg 3 from left to right. So if you're looking at your tree, your downline, your genealogy, whatever you want to call it, you would be at the top, and then from left to right would be leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. So leg 2 is always your middle leg. Leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. We give you the maximum amount of volume that can contribute towards your rank right here on the compensation plan. Forget the percentage exists. It confuses people. But I am going to talk about it here in a second. Now, here's the scoop. Every single compensation plan in the world requires some sort of balancing of maximum percentage, of distribution, for multiple reasons. One, this is network marketing, not net free marketing. And two, the company has to stay alive, bottom line. What do I mean by that? Well, let's dive into it. We have to have a stable foundation. You have to have a stable foundation. Every compensation plan has its balance issues, not issues, balance requirements. I'm going to explain a very, very big difference to you guys that a lot of people don't necessarily see, that a lot of people don't necessarily understand. And that's the percentage side of this. Now, see, in a binary compensation plan, you're paid a percentage of your smaller leg. Doesn't matter how big that first leg gets. You get these guys in binaries and they'll be like, yeah, I have 35,000 people in my team. And I'm like, cool. Yeah, I got 18 million in volume. Sweet. What's your small leg doing? Well, yeah, I haven't started building that leg yet. Oh, okay. So you have nothing. You have zero, zilch, nada. Got it. In a binary compensation plan, you're forced to build one leg, hoping that other leg grows, right? And then you're paid a small percentage of it. That's how it works. Unilevels, again, you might have multiple legs, but there will be a maximum amount of depth that you can go to. but there will be a percentage that can come from one leg. Some of you might say, okay, well, that's the same as here. Kinda. Now, I'm gonna give you guys an example real quick. Let's talk about director, right? It's boom, it's right here on the screen. Easy math. For director, you can use up to 60% of the total amount of volume needed for director from one leg. Okay, which we give you the number. That's 900 in volume, right? In order to become a director, you have to have 2 personally enrolled members and a total of 1,500 in organizational volume. Okay, follow me here. Follow me. To become a director, you have to have 1,500 in total organizational volume and 2 personally enrolled people. And you can use a maximum of 60% of that from one leg, which is 900 in volume. Now, if you have a business, let's just say you have 1,000 in leg 1, 1,000 in volume in leg 1. And let's say you have 500 in leg 2, and you have 300 in leg 3. Okay, cool. And that's 1,800 in volume. Great, you got the volume. Here's what's different. A massive difference that people don't see is we say you can use 60%, so 900. So out of that leg that has 1,000 in volume, you get to use 900 of it. So there's only 100 in volume that is not contributing towards your rank, right? Because you can use 900 of that 1,000. Now, in every other compensation plan in the world that says you can use 60% from one leg, or 50% or 40%, whatever their split is. Now, hear me out. This is every other compensation plan. You can use 60%. What is 60% of 1,000? You can use 600 because they take the percentage from the actual volume of the leg. We take the percentage of the rank. So if the rank is 1,500 in volume total is the requirement, you can take 60% of 1,500 from any given leg to contribute towards your rank, not 60% of the volume in that leg. Huge difference. So leg 1, you have 1,000 in volume, 900 will contribute towards the rank of director. Now, if you were in company X and you could take 60%, you could take 600 of that volume to contribute towards the rank of director, not 900. Now you guys might think, oh, that's only 300 points. It's not that big of a deal. That's a huge deal when you start working with bigger numbers. Huge deal when you start working with bigger numbers. Take a rank like Ruby, for example, right? 25,000 in volume, 40%. Well, what if you had 11,000 in leg 1? Let me do some math here. 11,000 in leg 1, you can take 40%. Well, at NAVAN, guys, you can use 10,000 of that 11,000 and contribute towards Ruby. Where other compensation plans that you could take 40%, you could take 4,400 of that 11,000. 4,400 of that 11,000. Here, guys, again, we take the percentage from the rank volume. So you could use 10,000 of it. 10,000 of your 11,000, not 4,400 of your 11,000. And I know I'm confusing the living daylights out of some of you. Neil, the mathematician, is probably getting super excited here, right? He's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's perspective. And I told you today's call was going to be a little different. I told you I was going to spend a little bit of time on some things that I normally don't. And I'm spending the time here because I think it's necessary every once in a while. You know, you get some questions about balancing and things like that. So with that being said, guys, we have again set it up in a way to absolutely benefit you, to absolutely minimize the amount of an organization that possibly won't contribute, right? If you have 1,000 and you can, use 900, well, that's better than 600. That's, if you have 11,000 and you can use 10 of it, it's better than 4,400. That's where the other companies will get you. That's their gotchas. Now, guys, our compensation plan month after month after month after month on average pays out 51%. Now, what does that mean? That means 51% of every dollar that comes into our company goes back out into the form of compensation back to the field. That's an average, right? We take the highs, we take the lows, we put it all together. That's how much of the money coming into us goes back out to you into the field. If you ever want to challenge that, call Trey. He'll show you. He'll show you the back end numbers if you demand it. If you want to see it, he'll show you. Because that doesn't exist. Now, I probably shouldn't have said that because you guys are all going to probably blow him up. I'm kidding. But the thing is, guys, is there's no BS here. We're paying out more money in form of compensation. Now, here's the thing. Some people get, the question, well, the balance, I've got all this volume in one leg and, my other two legs are this and I'm stuck at this rank because my other legs aren't growing. I get it. And I'll get people that'll argue with me about it. Well, that's not fair. Oh, okay. So let me paint a picture for you guys. And we need to be very clear here so you guys understand this. There's no limiting way we could do anything different. Okay, we have maximized the amount of volumes you can take from one given leg to promote through the ranks. Again, it's network marketing. We got to be able to work. We got to grow a real business, a real stable business. We don't want to flash in the pan deal. We don't want a binary where you have a huge run and then all of a sudden that one other leg tanks and you're toast. The idea of building 3 legs is security and stability. And the way our comp plan builds, you have the speed of a binary with the security and stability of a unilevel and a matrix. It's beautiful, beautiful. But let's talk about this real quick. So John comes in. This is, if there's a John on the call, I'm sorry. I'm not calling you out, I promise. John comes in. John enrolls 3 people today. Boom, bam. His 3 teams are established. 1, 2, 3. Now, team 1 takes off. Next month, John has 100,000 in volume in team 1. Well, he has team 2 and team 3. They just haven't done anything. Guess who is angry with Kyle? Because it's not fair. John is not a diamond. Because he got 100,000 in volume and he's got his 3 teams, doesn't he? So should he be paid as a diamond? Because one team blew up? Maybe he didn't even put that team. Maybe Neil enrolled somebody that ended up following, in this leg or that leg, and then he's got 100,000 and John's got 100,000 in that leg. Sorry, Neil, I don't mean to pick on you again. You're just right there. And John's got his 3 teams, right? And he's got 100,000 in volume. He's got his 3 personally enrolled. He's active. Should he be paid as a diamond? No. Guys, if we could only build 1 leg, well, the company wouldn't survive. We'd have, I don't know, out of 7,000, 8,000 people, we'd have 5,500 diamonds. It mathematically is impossible. And I know you guys understand that. That's not even, I know it's funny, but it's not possible. And I'm not saying anybody's ever said that, like the diamond situation, 100,000 in 1 leg. It's just an example, an extreme example so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. So here, let's talk about balancing out your business. Let's talk about what it takes to build 3 stable teams. It takes work from day 1. You get a lot of smart people that will come in and they'll say, well, I'm looking at the comp plan. If I can take 50%, so that means I can build 2 legs all the way to Sapphire. Then I'll start my 3rd leg. I'm like, you do that, you're going to fail. I promise you. You need to build 3 teams from day 1. You guys hear me say it all the time. Build 3 teams, 3 teams, 3 teams, 3 teams. I encourage everybody to start 3 teams right out of the bat. But some people want to challenge it. And we watched it happen multiple times. We watched people build 2 teams. They get to Sapphire and then their gas is out of their tank. And then they're stuck. They're stuck because they got to go start a 3rd team. You know, maybe a couple people fell in there, but instead they put all their best people, you know, in those first two teams. And it's unfortunate. And I wish I could do something. I've had people say, hey, can I fix it? And I'm like, not now. It's been 60 days. The only way to fix it is to get back to work and start building that third team. So let's talk about placement. Let's talk about how you should be looking at your business, what it's going to take. We know the system places from top to bottom, left to right. Ultimately, guys, a year from now, 2 years from now, as all of you guys are building your businesses, and I say that long term, right? A year from now, 2 years from now, you know, you got to understand, not one person here can build anybody else's business. Not one person. You know, I remember in the beginning, I had a couple of people that got pretty angry with me. They're like, well, I don't have anybody in my business yet. You know, you said it builds top to bottom, left to right, and it fills in all the holes. And I said, yes, it absolutely does. And they go, well, how come I haven't seen anything yet? I'm like, well, you know, we've been here 30 days. I've enrolled 45 people at this point in time. I cannot build every single person's business, nor can your sponsor, nor can their sponsor, nor can you. And if I have 45 people, that's supposed to, how is that going to benefit or, you know, this is the beginning, right? I mean, to date, it rolled almost 70 people, 60 something people. I don't have enough gas in my tank to enroll somebody for everybody, or rock stars or build a massive team underneath every single person. I don't have the capability to do that. So over time, as we're all enrolling 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 1 or 2, doesn't matter. It's going to fill in those holes over time. Now, for some people that are massive recruiters, right, they could top to bottom, left to right, let the system do it, and it would fill in. And that's what I did in the beginning, right? I just started filling in, filling in. But once you start getting down to like level 3, right? Level 4, think about how wide those rows are getting. It's going to take a while for it to fill in from left to right. So for those of you that are establishing businesses in the beginning, you know, and you want to build a stable business, here's my recommendation is if you enroll somebody today, you know, let's just say you get started and you build 3 people, you know, you have 3 people that get started over the next couple weeks. Boom, there's team 1, team 2, team 3. I want you to keep 1, 2, 3 in your head and start positioning your people, placing your people in team 1, and then the next enrollment, team 2, and then the next enrollment in team 3. You can start thinking about this balance. Your sponsor can help you come up with a balancing, you know, a way to spread your people out evenly if you have to. If you don't want to trust the system, then you can spread it out. Team 1, team 2, team 3. I very much so did. Team 1, team 2, team 3. Team 1, team 2, team 3. Team 1, team 2, team 3. And once your business is established, let it fall. Let it fall. Let it fill in the holes where it needs to. Let it start plugging in those gaps. But if we need to start balancing right out of the bat, right? Like right out of the gate, we need to start making sure we're establishing 3 teams, you know, and you start to have a leg that starts to grow and it starts to get really, really big, you know, and this happens. And there's a magic thing I'm going to tell you here in a second too. It's going to rock your world. It's going to be life-changing. And I mean that. But, you know, let's just say you have a leg that's just taken off and your other legs are 1/10 of what that leg is. Well, guys, don't place people in that big leg. Start placing people in those outside legs. Yeah, the system's designed top to bottom, left to right. But you know what? You know, we need to make sure that we're pulling some weight in those other legs. We want to focus our efforts in those other legs. Now, there's an ancient thing called tap rooting, if you've ever heard of it. It's something that I'm a huge believer in, and that's building in depth, right? That's going to the bottom of these legs, like smaller teams that are struggling a little bit more, finding people and helping build underneath those, you know, enrolling people, placing them down there to get everybody in that whole line excited. Taproot, you're going to taproot the bottom of that leg and help the whole leg get excited. You know, and that's a good strategy to have to start growing, you know, maybe slower or not quite as fast growing areas of your business. You can spend some time there. And that's okay. But here's what I said. I was going to give you some life-altering information here. My best friend in the world told me this. She's like, I don't have a crystal ball. And that's Christy. I don't have a crystal ball. You don't know what's going to happen in your businesses. Because you can establish the most perfect team on the planet. You could have the most perfectly balanced business on the planet, and tomorrow it changes. And you might have this leg that's, let's just say it's crazy. You got this team that's just blowing up, and your other two teams are struggling or not. Maybe they're both okay. And then all of a sudden, it changes. Flips. Happens all the time. I have seen that more times than you can imagine. I have watched somebody have their monstrous strong team flip and become their slowest team faster than you can kiss a duck. I have watched it happen in 11 years over and over and over and over and over and over and over. In every type compensation plan you can imagine. So again, it brings us to the point of you don't have a crystal ball. You don't know what's going to happen. All we can do is what we can do at the exact moment we can do it. It's not like that old saying, you don't know what you don't know except for what you know when you know. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen, guys. And it's a consistent effort that will grow your business over time. And there's not a right way in there. Well, there is a wrong way. I'll tell you the wrong way right now is to start building 2 teams. You don't build 3 teams out of the gate, you're going to build this thing wrong. And you're going to cost yourself a lot of money, I promise. So, sorry if I went over anybody's head. Sorry if I'm like way out in left field today, but I really wanted to address this, and I've been thinking about this all week, thinking about different ways I wanted to talk about it. And, I'm like, no, I'm just going to do this. We're just going to talk. I'm going to talk about these things. And I want to help you guys, and I want to help balance out your businesses if you do get a little sideways, this is real talk. This is real struggle. This is Kyle Unfiltered. We're going through this thing. We're going through the nitty gritty. But guys, here's my advice to you is block out max percentage. Forget the word percentage in that compensation plan and start looking at the maximum organizational volume from one leg. Again, the math is already done for you. Quit worrying about the percentage. You understand how the percentage works now. The percentage is of the rank volume, not of the leg. Big, 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 big difference. As you guys can see, play with the numbers, it can be huge. So forget that column. We have to have it on there legally. Yeah, we got to do things right. I wish we could just put that number there. This is the volume, but I can't. And then guys, the final way we get paid, the fourth way we get paid is our rank advancement bonuses. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because I know we've gone a lot longer than normal today. But our rank advancement bonuses come in, and we have a rank advancement bonus from manager all the way to presidential diamond. Every single rank has a bonus associated with it, from $100 to $200,000. Well, since we're on Real Talk, let's get pretty heavy again. So the first 2 ranks, manager and director, are the only 2 ranks that have a time limit associated with achieving them. What does that mean? It's the only 2 ranks that you have to achieve in a certain amount of time in order to be paid those bonuses. So for manager, right, it's 30 days. So how does that work? It's the day you enroll plus 30 days. So if I got started today, tomorrow is day 1, and then day 2, day 3, day 4. So the day you enroll plus 30 days. If you become a manager within that time, you will be paid $100 manager elite bonus. Your rank actually is not manager, it's manager elite, because you did it in a month. Cool, you get $100. Sweet. Director, same thing, but 60 days. You have the day you enroll plus 60 days to achieve the rank of director. Okay, that's a $300 bonus. Great. Fantastic. 60 days. Boom. Day you enroll plus 60 days, you can get that bonus. Now, one thing I will mention, guys, is our bonuses do not cancel each other out. So it doesn't matter if you got started and you rank advance 5 times this month, you'll be paid every single one of those bonuses, providing you hold the ranks. Okay? Now, what does that mean? And we're going to talk about that. From executive to diamond, from $1,000 to $15,000 rank advancement bonuses, we require that you maintain the rank for 1 consecutive month. What does that mean? That means if you achieve the rank of executive in the month of August, you must be an executive in the month of September. That's the consecutive month in order to be paid the first half of that bonus. Now, from $1,000 bonus to $200,000 bonus, those are paid in 2 payments, 50% one month, 50% the next month. But you must maintain the rank for 1 consecutive month to get that first 50%. So again, if you achieve the rank of Sapphire, we'll use Sapphire, in the month of August, you must be a Sapphire in the month of September in order to receive the first 50%. Now, you're going to have to be a Sapphire again in order to receive your second 50% the month after. It says so on the comp plan, guys. You must maintain the rank throughout the qualification pay period, or pay, how's it worded? During the 2 payout months thereafter. So you must maintain that rank in order to achieve the 50% payment and the 50% payment. But what happens if I become a Sapphire and then the next month I don't requalify? Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen very often, but let's just say, it didn't happen. Guess what? Guys, the bonus is gone. You lost the bonus. Now, I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just trying to give you the facts here. It's gone. You got to maintain that rank. That's why it says must maintain for 1 consecutive month. Again, people, they'll get upset about that. I'm like, what? Dude, look at your last company. You had to maintain that rank for 6 months in order to be paid that bonus, or you had to maintain that rank for 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. We're talking a couple months here. It's a lot better. We're not taking a $80,000 bonus and spanning it out over 18 months or 24 months. Guys, I've been the recipient of those. I've got the $100,000 bonus, the $200,000 bonus that's spanned out over 2 years. It's not even really exciting at that point. Yeah, it's great. The extra money, cool, but you get a piece of it for the next 2 years, providing you're qualified every month. And then the first month that you're not qualified, you lose out on the rest of the bonus forever. Well, that sucks if it's month 2 or month 3. Gone. I'd say you throw $100,000 away or something, right? It's crazy. So guys, 50%, 50%. So now on the bigger bonuses, from double diamond to presidential diamond, $25,000 to $200,000. Here's what it says. Must maintain for 2 consecutive months. Okay, so I become a double diamond this month. In the month of August, I must be a double diamond in September and October to receive that first 50%. That's what that means. So very cut and dry, very simple. And guys, here's the thing. We've eliminated the gotchas. We've eliminated the things that people hate. Now, not everybody will agree 100% with everything that we do, but I promise you it's 1,000% better than just about everything else out there. We have done things in ways that absolutely benefit you, not hurt you. Guys, balancing your business between 3 legs is here to help you build a long-term stable business. Having minimum requirements that you got to have in each leg. Little things like that, guys, are here for your benefit. I promise you. Promise, 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 promise. Here's what I want you to realize and really think about. Trey is a very, very smart man. And he is built just like I. And we have built side by side in just about every company. We have built in every type of compensation plan you can imagine. And we have made tremendous amounts of money in those compensation plans. But all of them, we said, gosh, we wish it was this way. Gosh, we wish we could fix this. Gosh, we wish this was different. Or they would change, or they'd go, gotcha. You're like, oh, but nope, gotcha. Yeah, see, it's paragraph 16, page 47, article 4, line 7 says XYZ in your comp plan. And you're like, oh, I didn't know. Guys, we took those experiences. Trey sat down and he took those things and said, well, what would the ideal comp plan look like? How would we make it work? How can we take the good, the bad, the ugly, and then all the greatness take all that stuff out and put all the good stuff in and still make it work. And you're part of it now. You're looking at that now. You're looking at the comp plan that we said, okay, let's get rid of the gotchas. How would we want it to operate? And that's what he created. He built the comp plan that he would want to build in if he was in the field building. So it comes from that experience, that mindset. Very stable, very strong, very lucrative. So I hope this is worth your time today, guys. I apologize. I know we went almost an hour today on comp plan. It's cool. If you have questions, obviously, get back to me. We're going to keep hammering this. We're going to keep making this better. We're going to keep figuring out ways together to make this easier. You know, next Friday, guys, I'm going to get back to what we normally do, just the highlights of the comp plan so people understand, you know, the verbiage. But I promise you guys today we'd talk a little more in depth about certain things. But we're going to keep doing this together. We're going to keep figuring this out. We're going to keep making it easier. We're going to keep strategizing together. And we're all going to win. We're going to stick this thing out. And we're going to be here long term. Thing is, guys, most of us have never been in a company long enough to actually see the rewards and reap the benefits of what's to offer. And there's a lot of reasons why. But guys, not this time. We've planted our flag. We're digging in deep. And we're creating the most incredible community and culture and loving group of people I've ever seen in my entire life. Guys, we're going to revolutionize this industry. And we're going to create more success stories for people than we've ever imagined because of this comp plan. So thank you for joining me, guys. I apologize. And for anybody, if Rise is still happening, I'm sure you can hop over to Rise with Intention with David and Angelique. Christy, is there anything else I need to announce? Or?
Ruth asked one question about how much personal volume can go towards your organizational volume.
Oh my gosh, great question.
Yeah.
You could have interrupted me. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Guys, let's talk about that real quick. You know what? We're going to make this call an hour, so we got another 5 minutes. Talk about personal volume. So I talked about the requirement, right? As your PV being 100 minimum, maximum 200, or you know, is the requirement. So how much can you contribute? You can contribute exactly what the comp plan says in maximum OV from any one leg. So what does that mean? Well, if you're trying to achieve director, you can have up to 900 in personal volume that will contribute towards director. Or if you're trying to achieve the rank of sapphire, you could have up to 5,000 in personal volume contributing towards that rank. So whatever it says in that column, max OV from one leg, whatever that number is, you can have that much in personal volume, your personal volume. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys where to find this. Your personal volume acts as a leg of its own. So almost a fourth leg of your business. I want you to think of that. Now, it isn't a leg. It is not a contributing leg, but it's a contributing amount of volume that acts as a leg within your organization. Now, the number you need to pay attention to in your back office is your PQV, personal qualification volume. And you find that by going to the general qualifications report in your back office. So if you log in, top right-hand corner, click on commissions, and then you'll see the report that says general qualifications. If you click on general qualifications, you'll see the column that says PQV. That's the number that will contribute towards your rank. That is your personal qualification volume. And again, that number, whatever it says in that column on the compensation plan, maximum OV from one leg. That's how much you can use personally to contribute towards your rank. Christy, was that clear? Am I like crystal clear on that?
Yes, very
I just want
much
to make
so.
sure.
I'm glad that you said that because that's how my brain thinks about it, is that like, oh, this is my fourth leg, even though it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
That's right though. That's the only way to describe it, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of questions, they'll be like, well, where does my personal volume go? Does it go to my lesser leg? And I'm like, no, it's like a leg of its own. Like it's never, your personal volume never gets added to your organization. It stays off to the side. So just, I know that's going to be a question. People are going to ask, well, where does it go? It doesn't go anywhere. It stays right there. But you're right, Christy. It's a leg of its own. So, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you brought that up.
That was Ruth.
Sorry,
Thank
was
you,
that?
Ruth.
Sorry. Thank you, Ruth. Seriously, I forget things. You don't take notes, and you just go for it, and you forget things sometimes. So, guys, I love you. Thank you, Christy. Anything else here?
No, thank you so much. I think that it's amazing that I know we go so in depth to a comp plan that's so simple, but I know I've been in just a few other companies, and I've never had a comp plan training in general. First of all, it was just kind of what you get paid is what you get paid. But to know every in and out and bits and pieces, I know we've gotten a lot of great feedback, and the chats are blowing up how great you're doing today. And I think this is going to help a lot of people. So thank you very, very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And guys, I hope again, this was worth your time. Thank you for joining me as always. Guys, I can't tell you how much Christy and I appreciate you guys showing up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with us. We pour ourselves into you guys a few times a week, trying to just make your life a little bit easier, a little bit better, and help you. And we truthfully value you guys being here. We can't tell you enough. We've been doing this a while now, and every time we're grateful. We're extremely grateful you guys contribute to this. So thank you so much. We love you. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. And we will see you Monday for our actionable steps training. Thanks, guys.